Oh my goodness, this nigga's still talking.
Whoa! Oh, glad I caught you guys. This is post production now, and I'm just here to say this is a two-part podcast episode. Part 2 is going to be coming out Monday, November 20th, 2023. This podcast was recorded on the 13th of November, so all of our stuff will be based off what we saw up to that day. We talked about a lot of the current injuries and whatnot then too, but I just wanted to come in here and add that into the mix. I think that's about it. So enjoy the episode. Welcome to the Just Talking podcast. I'm Nana, and I got my two guests, Owen and Joel. Introduce yourselves, you guys.
Yo, what's up? It's the boy Joel back on the pod. I think this is my maybe fourth appearance.
Yeah, fourth, I think.
The most frequent guest. So I'm back on for some standings.
Hey, what's going on, fellas? It's Owen. It's your local NBA basketball expert. Making a special guest appearance to give his basketball insight, of course.
Local basketball expert. Where can we see your expertise? Like, where's your analysis?
I'm the biggest NBA nerd on the internet. Call me.
You're not worldwide, Rob.
Come on now. Who do you think is his ghostwriter, bro? Come on now. You think he has time to tweet all day like that? Come on, bro. He works for ESPN.
That's crazy. All right. Yeah. Well, today, we're planning to go through the standings. All right. This is going to be a way too late standings prediction video. Actually, me and Joel had recorded a previous video / podcast for the standings that was actually on time. But, knowing me, I can't ever put out any standings videos on time or any NBA videos out on time anyway. So there was audio issues. So now we're doing a way too late versions based off of what we've seen so far in the league. All right, and I'll start it off. We're going to start with the West. And then we're going to move to the East. We're going to start going by doing 1 through 6. And then let everybody go through their 1 through 6. Let everybody go through their 7 through 10, which would be the play-in teams. And then we might talk about a few teams here and there that are in the bottom feeders that are just seem a little bit interesting.
Let's do it.
All right.
Let's get it popping.
Cool. So I'm going to start it off. I won't lie. This is the after everything that's kind of happened in this first 3 weeks.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was.
No.
Wow.
No. My fault. I pressed. It's Denver.
Oh shit.
It's
Yeah,
Denver.
I was gonna have an aside that like, if we did this preseason, I would have definitely done Denver, but because of Jamal Murray's injury and not knowing how long he might be out for.
Wait, they don't know how long? I thought they said it was only going to be for.
I think they said this whole month, but like you still don't know, and we don't know if that's like recurring or not.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that's the funny part, man. Like we can project as much as we can, barring injuries, But hopefully, I like that. But I do like that pick. I think a lot of people are sleeping on Denver.
Sleeping on Denver?
Yeah, I don't know about that one. I felt like Denver, at least to me, Denver feels like the obvious pick, just because I feel like Denver, at the end of the day, we know, like, although we always have question marks with Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. And Jamal Murray is really just recently that we had question marks in health. Aaron Gordon is good enough, I feel like. They also have KCP, which before they are running Campazzo as a starting point guard, not KCP. They also have the Christian Braun. He's a second-year player, good on defense.
Yeah.
And then their defender who I won't lie, I was definitely sleeping on a little bit. He's a rookie. I'm forgetting his name off the top of my head. But Nuggets fans, because I follow like one specifically on Twitter, his name's Swiper. The way that they were hyping this one rookie up, saying that he was like basically a Bruce Brown 2.0 already was kind of disgusting.
Right?
To me.
Watson?
Yeah, I think
Watson?
it's him. Yeah.
Like Peyton Watson?
Yeah, Peyton Watson. And at first I didn't. Peyton Manning is crazy after I typed in.
Another Denver legend, of course.
Guy he played at Denver. Yo, Bronco. But is it? Yeah. Where they're literally just saying, look. He's like Bruce Brown, but his length is even bigger. He's better on defense. And I was sleeping, and then I saw him play in those first 2 games. Like, maybe at least defensively, he's like Bruce Brown. I can't say offensively in terms of like, because Bruce Brown I felt like was always a good passer, like in a connector type of sense, and he gave them like a good amount of offense when the playoffs actually did start. So I just felt like Denver had to be an obvious pick. Last time I did pick the Lakers as number 2.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Surprising.
I won't lie. Part of it was because you were hyping up. You were saying this year was the year for AD. Was gonna take that step.
Yeah. AD's been killing it.
AD's been balling. I can't lie.
Yeah.
The results just haven't been there.
He has. The thing is, when he's bad, he just looks really bad. But like,
But that's what I'm saying. It doesn't feel like the next step. It just feels like, oh yeah, this is just AD when he's healthy usually. When he's bad, he just kind of, like, besides that first year, I just felt like this is how AD's looked since he's been healthy on the Lakers. Since that first year, the bubble year.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he's averaging like the same numbers he was averaging that first year.
It's just the efficiency is in there.
Like, I mean,
I think field goal percentage, I'm pretty sure Wise is there, but like shooting numbers, I would argue like 3-point numbers, 2 or even long 2s. I would argue that those aren't there, and those are like important in the sense of just stretching the floor. But that's what I'm saying. It's not major. I'm not saying he's.
80's always been in that like 50 to 55 range. You know, like if you look out through his career, he's actually always been in that range. Like his first year with the Lakers, he was at 50%. His best year was actually last year at 56%. You know, but this year it's not bad. He's at 53%. His 3 is, you know, hey man, he's shooting above league average at 37.5. I think 80 will definitely take that step, but you know.
I don't know if I can wait on him to take that step anymore. And like you said, a lot of stuff is shots are falling. Cam Reddish has been coming alive as of recently.
Yeah.
So that's always an interesting thing on whether or not you can keep him engaged. It feels like.
Yeah.
And even like everybody else with rough nights from Austin Reeves and D'Lo. I honestly thought Austin Reeves might have been the more consistent person, and at least in terms of like, I didn't think he was gonna give like 20 plus points, but I thought he could at least get to 18 a little bit more while still being a good pick and roll ball handler. It just feels like they're rushing a little bit on offense, and like you were talking about injuries with the Nuggets with Jamal Murray. I don't know when Vando's coming back. I thought Vando would have been playing.
No, Vando's coming back tomorrow. He got cleared today.
He got cleared?
He got cleared. Yeah, man.
Okay.
The Vandalorian.
Well, they said he might miss a game just so they can get him back up to speed. Yeah, I think he got cleared yesterday.
Okay.
But
What
I mean,
about-
we
aren't
haven't
you guys still missing-
had our full team together.
That's what I'm saying. Aren't you guys still missing a few people right now? Still.
We're missing Rui. I think is Gabe Vincent still out? I believe.
Gabe Vincent's still out. Yeah. I think Rui's back now. He played the last game.
Yeah, I think Rui's
Oh,
back.
did he?
Okay.
Yeah.
So at least defensively, the pieces are all kind of back there. I don't know exactly how this offense is going to shape out, and just because if you guys can't hit threes, the spacing is just going to look atrocious, and that's just going to be even worse for AD and LeBron.
Yeah.
But at least in terms of, I can't put them third anymore. So the people who I had or second anymore, the people who I had third were the Suns. So I was just gonna move the Suns up.
The Suns.
Hey,
Okay.
okay.
That's what I had, but
Yeah, no, 100%. That's what I'm saying. I thought that at least in turn, because the Suns have also been missing like games, having people miss games, and Devin Booker and Bradley Beal, and KD always misses that stretch right before that All-Star break kind of starts, and then additional games after that. We'll see if he survives until then, but KD always ends up missing a stretch of games as well. So I didn't really want to trust them that much, but I feel as though defensively they're good enough as I was thinking. I was thinking that they would be good enough defensively. They look like they can be good enough defensively.
I would agree with your first pick for sure. I think I would still probably have Denver as the one, and but I definitely don't agree with that second pick. Like I think Beal, Booker, and KD, like they're just all known to miss time. And even if they're all like healthy, I don't know if they're the second best team in the West. I would probably take like, I mean, again, this might be like recency bias. I might take like the Wolves over them, man. Like, I think the Wolves are, they're much. They're
I'm gonna get to the
younger.
Wolves. I'm gonna get to the Wolves. Yeah, I'm gonna get to the Wolves. I understand the hesitancy.
I think they're a little bit more available,
Yeah. My thing is that if the question is, do I think at least two of them will be available on most days? I feel as though after a good stretch of games, like getting into December-ish, we'll be able to tell for sure. But I think in December-ish, I can kind of pencil in Devin Booker and Bradley Beal, because at least I don't think Devin Booker's injuries is that major, unless I'm incorrect. But Bradley Beal was a back issue and he's already back. So,
dude, Beal's always had like random knick-knack injuries, man. Like it's either like a hamstring or I guess it's his back now. But
yeah, but I don't. But
at
least
don't just go away, I guess.
I understand what you mean. I just don't. To an extent, I do think that the knick-knack injuries they're going to be able to like play through to an extent. Because I don't think like Beal isn't like playing in that same role as he was in Washington, where I feel like he's going to be exerting himself that much, or even when he has those injuries, he'll be like really pushing off of them too much. Yeah. So at least with the people that he's able to play with now, like I feel like at any position, I feel like Nurkic might be one of the most talented centers Beal probably worked with.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
So if we're going off that, I think he's gonna have a little bit less on the plate. So I'm not too worried. I feel like everybody like in the West, there's a lot of volatility with like everybody except Denver. I feel like at lowest Denver's 3, but you could convince me Suns falling to 6. I wouldn't be.
Yeah. Go ahead and like give us your 6, and then we can give you ours and try to compile this list.
Yeah.
Because we have now. Okay.
Where's OKC? Did I already put OKC?
Interesting.
Where's OKC?
Nah, you put
it
right there.
OKC. Yep.
That's your order right there?
Yeah, for the most part.
Okay.
I do think Dallas is gonna fall back down a little bit. I don't think that Luka's gonna continue just dropping 40-point games on insane efficiency. That's and if that's what's required to win, and they're in constantly close games, and with Kyrie still also averaging over 23 points a game, I'm pretty sure. I just can't count on the defense always being just clutch enough, or Derek Lively being able to get those crucial offensive rebounds in every single game. So they're going to be a little bit lower for me. They're still within the 6, I feel like. New Orleans is a little bit the one that's more disappointing to me from what I've seen. I don't
it's
even know necessarily what their problem is.
I think they just haven't
know
had
CJ
their
hasn't-
core together.
Yes, I know CJ hasn't
Yeah.
been playing. I know. I thought Brandon Ingram has been playing them. Has he not?
He has, but
I felt like-
I mean, they're
And that's
missing
my
other guys
issue is
too.
just like the teams that I feel like they should be able to beat with what they have. They're not looking the best, even when they're getting some of those scores, which they have. So that's why I'm a little
Like,
bit
they're-
low. But
they're missing CJ, they're missing Herb Jones, they're missing Murphy Jr.
I feel
like-
you. And when you say all that, how do you plan to allocate
Alvarado,
those
too.
minutes?
Sorry, what do you say?
When you because and then this is my this has been getting to my issue with the Pelicans. And this might be just because like me watching the Celtics and it happening with them a few times. I feel like just having a whole bunch of like young talent, but not really having like any system or any like real order in place is going to be an issue. And I feel like just Zion not ever really being a part of that, or when Brandon Ingram gets injured, like there's always injuries on that team 100% as well. But there's just, it's going to be hard for them to find a consistent structure. I felt like last year it was a little bit easier because they all kind of started the year together. This year, I feel like it's going to be a little bit harder, especially since a lot of them are like growing out of their like, oh yeah, I'm doing what I can for the team. Because some of these rookies want to get new contracts. I don't think they re-signed everybody off of these rookie extension or rookie deals.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think it's tough to judge them early on just because, like I said, they're missing like 4 of their top 8 guys, you know.
100%.
So, you know,
I
it's
don't
kind of
have
hard
Golden State on here either.
to really judge them.
Golden State might just also be above New Orleans, honestly.
Dang. I think when we last did this, we had New Orleans at like 4 or 5 or something like that.
Yeah. I'm just and
Crazy.
this is just me being very low, but yeah.
Okay.
Let me see. Yeah, I guess you just have to put Sack there. Oh, I might put Clippers a little bit higher too.
Dang, so Memphis not making a plan?
Yeah.
When is Ja
Damn.
coming?
I think.
And
Yeah,
do you
really
think
low.
Ja and do you
Dude,
think
late
Ja
December?
is gonna? Do you think Ja is enough?
Bro, I think the Clippers are too high, man.
Really?
I don't think the Clippers are doing shit.
All right, man. Wait. So this is 11 right now. So I guess if I had to say, San Antonio, in theory, should be the highest of those
No, dude, you are underrating the Rockets,
Rockets.
bro.
Yeah.
How you gonna put the Spurs ahead of the Rockets? The Rockets are hooping. They're hooping.
Hey, man.
So
I
Ja
won't lie,
Morant's
I
gonna
watched-
be back in a month.
Like in any important statistic,
Yeah.
they've been like I think top 15, top 10 or something. Like the Rockets have been hooping, man.
Yeah,
The
They
Rockets
got
have been
quality
hooping.
wins. They got
I'm not
quality
sure.
wins, too.
I'm
I'm
not
not
sure how
about the
consistent it'll
quality.
be.
Yeah, and then I don't
No, they
know
have
about
quality wins. They have quality
They have
wins.
some quality wins, man.
They beat the Nuggets. They beat the Celtics too, I think.
They beat the Lakers. They beat the
Pelicans.
Nuggets. They got quality wins, man.
I thought this was 80-less Lakers.
I think AD
Yeah, no,
did miss
AD
that
did
game,
not
but
play.
either way though, like that's still a quality win.
Yeah,
They beat the
no,
Pelicans, they beat the Nuggets, they beat the Kings twice.
Yeah, no, I feel that. I just like I'll say this. I haven't watched enough of the Rockets. I've watched more San Antonio than the Rockets, to be fair. So that's probably why.
The man thing is, what's his name? Is it Amen or Asar? I believe it's Amen.
It's a men.
Amen.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, he's been good, man.
Has he though?
Yeah, defensively he's been like really good. I mean both twins have been like really good defensively, but
Asar's
yeah.
been dominant defensively, like
yeah.
crazy dominant.
Yeah, Asar's been overshadowing his brother in that light for sure. But that's what I'm saying. It's not like I don't have any faith in the Rockets, and at least when I was first talking about this list, the West is highly volatile to me. Like East is pretty easy segments. You just kind of arrange for everybody. The West, besides like the bottom 5 teams, you kind of like make an argument for like maybe bottom 6. I don't know about Sacramento. You could definitely make an argument for the Clippers. To me, that's just putting James Harden on the bench. I don't know. That
Yeah,
seems
but
so
will they
simple.
do that? Will he let them do that? Will they do that? I don't think so. Wait, where'd you put the Rockets? You put them last?
No. I put Portland last.
Portland last, okay. And then
Yeah.
Rockets at 14.
Rockets at
Yeah, it's
13. Utah is also below them.
okay. Yeah, it's tough. It's very tough in the West. Like just because there's a lot of teams that are like getting older that are still got they have still a lot of good players, but then there's a lot of young teams like OKC, Minnesota, the Pelicans, Sacramento, San Antonio. Like, you just don't know if they're gonna have the growth to be able to be better than the Warriors or the Suns or the Nuggets or the Lakers. So I mean, if we're getting into it, I would say for me, like, I still have Denver number 1. Like, even with the Jamal Murray injury, like, I think it's gonna be tough. Like, if Jokic isn't gonna get hurt, like, it's gonna be tough for anybody to really be as consistent as the Nuggets are, especially because they have a system that's already so good for them, and it seems like everybody on the roster kind of understands and fits in like really well into what they're trying to do. And I think with the other teams, there's still like pieces that are being worked on, or there's injuries or things like that. So I think with that amount of consistency that Denver has, I think they're kind of just going to have a steady season. So I can see them staying at that 1 seed. My 2, I think when we first did this, I had Phoenix at 2 as well.
Yeah.
But I haven't been impressed with Phoenix. I'm not going to lie. Even in days where I've seen Booker played with KD a few games, and then he's been out like the past 4. Bill's been back, but they're still losing a lot of games. Even with just 2 of them. And we haven't really seen what they're gonna look like with all 3 of them on the field. So I don't know if I keep them up there. I would say the Timberwolves might get the 2nd seed. I'm not necessarily that high on the Timberwolves necessarily doing anything, but I just think because of the roster they have, that starting 5 is probably top 5 in the NBA with the 2 bigs, AE taking another step, Jalen McDaniels, what he's doing defensively, and then Mike Conley, at the point guard. So I think
Naz Reid underrated.
Naz Reid, very good. They also have I forget that, was that Nikhil Alexander or something like that. He's also really good off the bench. So I think they have the pieces to be really dominant in the regular season. I don't necessarily trust them postseason wise because I don't love some of their like late game shot selection, or the coaching can be a little suspect sometimes as well. So I'm not sure about that front, but I'll have them there too. Then I'll have the Lakers 3. Phoenix, I'll put them at 4. Then it's where it gets a little tougher here. I'll go Dallas here. I think they're gonna sneak into that. I don't think we had them this high when we did this, but I'll go.
I had them like around the 7 or 8. I'm pretty sure.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and I know I was especially like even when I was saying like I was high on them for having them 7 or 8, just because I believe Derek Lively like was the perfect pick for them. I just didn't think he would be this good this quickly for them.
Yeah. No, if Luka keeps playing the way he's playing, they could definitely be top 5, top 4. And then 6, I'll have OKC. I think OKC also has a lot of young young talent. I think it should see them through to the 6th seed. Getting into the play-in, this is where it gets tough. I think the Clippers should have enough to be in the play-in. I'll go Golden State at 7 though. I think Golden State gets in 7. I'll go Clippers 8. Ooh, wait. New Orleans 8.
Clippers ahead of the Kings, man. What are we doing here?
I'm not a believer in the Kings, bro.
He's
sorry.
definitely not.
I
was
think
high
they
on the
regressed
Kings
a
last
ton.
time, man.
The Kings were the worst defensive team last year, on top of being the historically great offense. I don't think they're gonna keep that pace, that offensive pace this year.
Yeah,
so there's no way they're gonna be.
You'd rather trust like the 35-year-old retirement home that's like the Clippers, bro. Like,
oh
come on,
my!
man.
I think it's really Clippers, bro. They still have a ton of talent, like Plumlee, Zubac, the four All Stars, Bones Highland. Like there's still a ton of talent there.
None of their players have synergy, though, man. Like, what are we doing here?
I mean,
Bones Highland is just the worst.
I will say Bones Highland.
Bones Highland is a way worse maxi, bro, and they did not need a maxi. Like they didn't need. Like, what are we doing?
I'm not gonna let you disrespect Bones Highland like that,
bro. You gotta watch
just because. No, because he's cold. But the issue, I will say, Owen's right in the sense of like that's not what they need though. Their team needs more of a like. But Owen, this is the thing. They have what they need. If you run Russ. You pair Russ with either Norman Powell or Trey Mann for that number 2. Then you have Paul George and Kawhi on the floor. You give them a big, whether that's Plumlee or Zubac. That should work, in my opinion. And then after that, you pair in that second unit. You put James Harden in with PJ Tucker, and you give them either Trey Mann or Norman Powell, and then one Paul George or Kawhi, because you're obviously going to be staggering minutes. You're going to probably run Russ and Paul George together, and then Kawhi and Harden together more. And that's how you would stagger the minutes, and they could work. I just don't know if they're going to do that.
My
to the
thing
point
is
where they
like,
have one like quote unquote all-star caliber player on the floor at all times. That's all they have to do.
I think not only is it like what you just said, I think that could work too. But I think Tyronn Lue's like a top 3 coach in the league. I think he'll figure it out eventually. I think early on it's not looking great, but I think midway through the season, I think they creep up the standings. They'll probably be in the play-in. You know, they could make the playoffs depending on just how hot they get. But you have like 4 Hall of Famers dang near. I mean, Paul George, I'm not sure, but you have like dang near 4 Hall of Famers on the team.
Damn.
So. I mean, y'all would put Paul George in the Hall of Fame?
I'm not saying that, but I think
he would. I think Paul George would definitely get in the Hall of Fame. Maybe not first ballot.
Definitely.
He shouldn't definitely get in because he hasn't.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna say definitely if I don't think he's top. Like he's gonna be first or second ballot.
I think never gotten in
because I don't know if he would be a third ballot. How many ballots do you give for a Hall of Fame for NBA? Is it 5?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how that works, but
I'm gonna look it up.
I mean, he's fringe Hall of Fame. He's fringe Hall of Fame for sure. So having that amount of talent should be enough for them to figure something out. And the season's not over too. You know, they could move pieces around. I mean, we'll see. I have them there, and I'll have Houston at 10. I like what I'm seeing from Houston. I didn't think Dylan Brooks would be as good as he's been this early on.
Dude, he's playing
the
Kings don't even make the play-in.
You said what?
You said the Kings don't even make the play-in? Like,
bro, I don't believe in the Kings, bro. I really don't. I really don't.
Are you okay, bro?
I really don't. Like, I don't believe in them at all.
Dog, I won't lie.
Isn't De'Aaron Fox injured right now?
Yeah, De'Aaron Fox is injured. I don't know if they have a timetable for him.
Are we okay?
Is De'Aaron Fox not still injured?
I think he's still injured. He broke his ankle, right?
I think no, he came back.
He came back. He came back today. Yeah. He's playing today.
Oh yeah. He's 17 points right now.
Yeah, minutes restriction and all. 17, 7 for 13 from the field, up against the Cavs. They're about to win today too, bro. They're about to be 5-4.
If you're the Cavs, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with the Cavs. The Cavs shouldn't be looking this bad. Darius Garland is like, have you seen Darius Garland's numbers? Besides, I think like there was one game he went off recently. Besides then, his numbers have been down.
So they've had a couple of quality wins, man. They beat the Knicks, they beat the Warriors twice. You know, like
no, we're not. Are you talking about the Kings?
The Cavs, sorry.
You know, we'll get on them with the East. I'm just saying the Kings are going against the Cavs right now.
I'm just low on the Kings.
Yeah,
like if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm just low on the Kings.
I don't know. I'm saying if you're wrong, you're wrong. I'm trying to help you from being wrong, bro.
I appreciate you. I really appreciate you.
I look after you, dude.
But I'll have them right there. I'll have them right there at 12, right outside the plan. I'll have Sacramento. I'll have, then I'll put maybe Memphis, San Antonio, Utah, Portland. I'll do that. I think that, but I think, there's a possibility for the Kings to get in if, the Pelicans don't get their act together. Or if even Golden State, they've been looking a bit shaky. But
yeah, they have.
I think right now I'll keep it that way from what I've seen so far.
Okay.
Yeah, from what I've seen so far, actually no, I'll get on that later. But yeah, dude, I don't know. I like the picks. I think you're overrating. I think you're definitely overrating the Clippers a lot, for sure. And I think like the Kings have got to be above the Clips, and they've got to be above Houston. Like, I don't.
Hey, we'll compile a group list afterwards. You have to give yours.
Okay, all right. This is the real list. This is the expert list from the internet's busiest NBA nerd. All right, so our first seed's gonna be Denver. Second seed is gonna be second seed. I'm leaning Minnesota. I might be prisoner of the moment, but I think they've showed that they can actually like grind out an 82 game season with their style of play. And they're really good defensively, and they're relatively young. And I think that's like a good formula for just winning basketball games, at least in the regular season. But I kind of agree with Joel. I'm a little bit suspect on their late game shot selection, because that's kind of fucked them over the last couple years. Like, I know you guys watched like that first round series against Memphis 2 years ago.
Yeah.
They should have won that series 5-1 if it wasn't for their terrible shot
selection. That's big job.
No. They just take bad shots, man. But I think, Ant's going to like another level, and I think his shot's looking better every year. His pull up, his three. So I like
and
Minnesota.
To be honest too, then I think Minnesota was actually Denver's toughest matchup throughout their run last year.
That's what some people were saying.
If you think about it, and you actually, they were their toughest matchup.
Yeah, they definitely have the pieces. They have
the pieces.
They have Rudy Gobert.
Yeah,
and honestly, they have a secondary big, and as well as being able to play off of that.
I mean, they played them close, like in like 3 of those 5 games.
And they didn't even have Jaden McDaniels.
Oh, they did? I thought
he broke his hand in the play-in.
Yeah, the last game he broke his hand. Yeah,
he broke his hand in the play-in.
And Nas Reed was hurt too.
Yeah,
he was hurt too.
Oh, I forgot.
He was hurt in the regular season. Yeah. But yeah, man, I like Minnesota too.
My question with Minnesota, just to ask you real quick, and this is what most people are having, is essentially people are saying there's a cat problem, in the sense of not really like him being bad, but his fit on the team is looking like less and less offensively. Like you guys are saying with bad shot selection, part of it is still him.
Yeah.
And do you think that because in theory you would want Cat to be the secondary scorer, like the second option.
Yeah, but
do you think that affects Minnesota at all?
I like Cat's fit personally. Like I think they're figuring it out, and you're not really asking Cat to be like your like rim protector. Like that's why you have like Gobert, but that's kind of part of the problem too. It's because when you have like him matched up against like these
No,
like,
defensively,
smaller
he's been good actually. Defensively, what
Yeah.
they've been doing is that they've been doing the same thing Utah did with Gobert,
jazz formula,
where they're just funneling
funnel
him.
everything.
What I
Yeah.
was thinking was not even a type situation. I wanted Gobert to guard on the 4, but this funneling thing also works pretty well. So Cats hasn't been too bad defensively actually, because he's also been funneling people directly to the rim. The issue's really
Yeah.
just been people don't know whether or not they want him taking the amount of shots that he is, or like when he's not taking the amount of shots. There's like a weird between with him.
I
But
think
they
I
just
think
don't
his-
know where to put him.
I think him and Ant just take bad shots late game, especially. I think he relies a little too much on his notion of being this like greatest big shooter of all time, or whatever.
Yeah,
And
I
he just
agree.
takes a lot of.
I think he falls in love
unnecessary
with the
threes.
jumper way.
Yeah,
too
exactly.
So and that's my
And
question. Do you
he's
guys
not-
think that
he's not
how
comfortable
far do
playing
you
in a
guys think that
crowd.
offense might limit them?
I'm hoping they figure it out, but I think he has to be the second option. Like there's nobody else on the team that's got the talent that he has. Like it's not even close offensively, at least.
So you wouldn't entertain possibly using him as a trade chip, as he in theory he would also be the most valuable that they're willing to give up.
No, because I think part of their advantage is having him and Gobert on the floor together.
100%.
Is forcing other teams to play
A little bit
with
bigger.
less shooting and bigger.
Yeah.
So I don't think you trade him. I think you
a lot of
go
teams-
through it.
I think a lot of teams are gonna struggle with their size for sure. Like, there's only like a couple of teams in the West that I think can really deal with their size. It's kind of hard to think of it like right now, honestly, because I mean it'd be like the Lakers for sure. The Lakers can definitely deal with their size. They can have like LeBron on Cat, 80 on Gobert.
Oh yeah, I think Lakers, Nuggets, like just off the top of my head, Lakers, Nuggets. This is another team. And
Nuggets
San
might be-
Antonio in some. No, I think Nuggets can do it. Aaron Gordon is big enough, and the rest of the Nuggets are long enough
Wait.
as well.
But
You could argue OKC in some
line.
lineups.
I don't think so. They don't really have. They're not really a big team. They're pretty slender, and you know.
OKC
they're
is
long.
OKC is thin, but they also are long in their lineup.
Yeah,
I'm saying like
but-
as a lineup as a whole.
Yeah, I know. I just don't really see like any team that can like match like maybe like their level of physicality. Even though Cat kind of
And then that's the question. You're saying level of
Jumper,
physicality. You're not expecting. It's not like Gobert is drop stepping anybody. Or anything like that. Cat also like sure he might be like if he's like already positioned in the paint, he usually does it, but it's not like he's not like running through people. I want to say like when Patrick Beverly was there as much, where sometimes he would actually take people off the dribble. I'm not really seeing that as much. He's kind of getting it in the flow of the offense more, which is better in a sense, but just like when he's staying within that flow anyways. I don't know. You guys might be watching more than me.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, I think overall their defense has been good, and even though I'm pretty sure like I saw like a stat that showed like even though they've been funneling everything like into like the paint, they've also been like holding like defenses to like a really low 3-point shooting percentage.
Yeah,
and I don't know
they
how
close out crazy. They close out crazy.
And I think that's just part of their scheme. They're trying to force teams to play in like that mid range. You know, it's just like the Utah formula where it's like, all right, you're either gonna have to hit a bunch of floaters or mid ranges because we're taking away the three and we're like sealing the paint. You know, so yeah, Minnesota's at 2. 3 is hard because we have a couple of teams. I think it's gonna either be between like the Lakers or I want to say even Phoenix maybe, but this is hard. This is definitely hard. But
You're just copying my list. It sounds like.
Yeah, well,
I had them before.
You're making it
Man.
sound like I was crazy
Having
having it like mine, but sounds
Yeah,
like you're about to put the
but you know
Suns
what?
around the same place
Personally,
anyways.
I think we've consistently seen like younger teams achieve like higher seeding, right? And so I think I'm gonna go with man, gonna be kind of a crazy. I think I'm gonna go either Dallas or OKC. I'm gonna go OKC at 3.
I was about to say Dallas might be.
I'm gonna go OKC at 3. I feel like consistently we've seen like a young team that's able to grind out like a long season. We saw that with the Kings last year. We saw it with Memphis last year and the year before. So I think OKC at 3. They got a really solid team. Chet's only gonna get better as like the year progresses. Jalen Williams is in the second year. He's only gonna get better as like the year progresses. They've been really solid. I'm pretty sure they've been like pretty solid defensively. I might need to double check that, but
yeah, they have.
But yeah, man, like
is Shea back?
I know she missed a couple games, but I'm pretty sure he was back.
Yeah, I think he's back.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know, man. I think the younger you are, I think like a lot of these teams are relying on like these older guys like the Lakers, like like the Suns, even Dallas to a certain extent. I'm not calling Kyrie old, but I don't think he's like the most like durable, or I know he's gonna miss at least like 15 to 20 games this year. With either an injury or knock on wood, nothing else. Anyways. So that's my third team. I'm gonna go LA at 4. I'm gonna put Phoenix at 5 and Dallas at 6. Because amongst like those kind of slower paced teams, right, which those 3 teams are, even though Lakers like to try to play with pace, I'd say amongst those, they're kind of in their own tier in terms of regular season teams. I know LeBron's gonna miss he's probably gonna miss at least 10-15 games. AD's gonna probably miss 10 to 15 games, whether it's just due to knick-knack injuries or resting or things like that. But I still think like they have a much better roster than both Phoenix and Dallas, and so I would take the Lakers over those 2 teams. I think they'll be more healthy too. Like I am seriously questioning like the Suns' reliability, because KD's gotten hurt like in the last 3 seasons. He's missed at least 25 games each. And I don't trust Beal either. I just don't like their roster, honestly. They don't really have a lot of playmakers. I like the fact that they got Eric Gordon for some like off the bench scoring, but I don't know. I mean, you're kind of relying on Booker to do a lot of creating for other people, and if you just miss one of those 3 guys, I feel it really hurts your team. So I think Phoenix at 5, talent-wise, gets them to a 5th seed. And I don't know. I think with the Mavs, like they've been scorching hot from 3. They've been kind of like, they've been like really efficient, and I think that kind of comes back down to earth. And I think Luka, with his floor raising, I think last year a lot of weird shit happened. Like towards the end of the year, they lost a lot of close games. They really shouldn't have been out the play-in, but they kind of tanked that last like week and a half. But I think Luka and Kyrie, I think they're good enough to get like a 6th seed. But anyways, let's do the play-in. Okay. I'm gonna go. Okay. I'm probably gonna go the Kings at 7. I'm gonna go the Kings at 7. Warriors at 8. Was that Joel or was that?
That was me.
That was you. Hey yo. Chill. All right. And I'm gonna go. This is actually pretty tough, but I'm gonna go New Orleans at 9, and then Memphis at 10, and then I think Memphis actually has a pretty good team. Like I think they've had some pretty bad losses, like some close losses. They've lost some, I think like 3 or 4, like couple possession games. But I think Memphis' team is actually pretty solid. Jaren Jackson Jr., I think like right now, because it's just him. He's been killing it, man. He's actually been killing it. He's kind of gone up a level scoring wise, and I think once Jockham's back, like he's gonna be back in like probably like what, mid-December, I think.
Yeah.
December 19th. Yeah.
December 19th. Yeah. So, dude, like, all you need to get back into the fray is like a 5, a 6, a 7 game win streak, especially with how up and down like a lot of these teams can be. I think 10 might even be like underrating them, but the West is kind of stacked. So I would say if the Grizzlies kind of like they kind of like meander up until like Ja's like return, I think Ja easily might give them a 10 seed. I might honestly go back in this list and might move them up too, because I kind of like them more than the Warriors. I might even put them, and I actually, can we switch New Orleans and Memphis? Because
New Orleans and
I
Memphis.
think,
Okay.
yeah.
And real
for
quick,
now-
where did you have New Orleans on your list, Joel? Were
I
they
had New
above the
Orleans-
Clippers or below the Clippers?
I had them, I think, at 9. I think I had them at 9. I had Clippers, or I had them 10.
Yeah.
Wait.
All right, did you?
No, I had
did you
them
have
8.
them
I had them
above?
8. I had them 8.
Okay.
Clippers 9, and then 10 was Rockets.
Okay.
But yeah, and I'm
But-
gonna put the Rockets at 11, the Clippers at
Real
12.
quick. My thing
What's
with
the-
the Grizzlies is, right, are they gonna be right now? They're the worst team in the West right now. Are they gonna have? Are they gonna be in a spot where Ja can actually help them get
Make it to a 10.
into the play?
I think
Do you
a
think so?
10. I think they could make it into the play-in. I think even I had them right outside the play-in.
They've won 2 games this year, bro.
Bro, thing is, defensively they've been good. Like I'm pretty sure they're.
I mean,
like,
okay, let's
they've been the 15th best defensive team, right? And granted,
Ja's
new
not
team,
gonna help
right?
that defense too much.
And they've had some injuries. I think Tillman's been out, Zaire Williams has been out. But the thing is, offensively, they're 29th. Yeah, I'm
But
seeing right now they are 29th offensively.
I don't think Ja's is automatically shooting them to even a top 8 defense. Maybe you might be able to.
Oh no,
say it.
I'm not saying defensively. I think they can maintain.
No, I'm
that
saying
same
offensively.
rating.
How good do you think they're gonna be offensively just with Ja? If they're already, if they're already almost at the worst offensive.
Okay, I think they're easily gonna be increasing their pace. Right now, their pace is like at 11. I think Ja gets them at least like top 6, top 7, and so I think that definitely is gonna help translate to like their offense. And so they're gonna be at least a top 20 offensive team. I would even say like top 15, top 13, like. Yo, I think the Grizzlies are good, man. They have a good roster. They've had guys out.
The issue isn't that they're not good. We're asking, do you think that do you think the hold is just not like it doesn't matter how big of a hole they get into?
They have a tough schedule before Ja comes back. They're gonna play Boston. They're gonna play the Suns twice. They're gonna play the Lakers. They're gonna play the Mavs, OKC, Timberwolves. They're gonna play
the Mavs. They have twice. They have the Thunder right before.
So they have a tough.
And then they have the Pelicans. The Pelicans and the Pacers. The first 2 games, Ja's coming back. If Ja's
yeah, and it's
okay. I would take Memphis over New Orleans for sure. Until I need to see more from like New Orleans, because I think chemistry wise it's really weird.
I agree with that.
That's one of the few teams that I actually just can't get like a good read on, because like whenever I see them play, I feel like they're a little discombobulated on offense, and so like granted I've only been able to catch like maybe like a couple games, but I would say for New Orleans, like it's a team I generally can't get like a read on, but I think talent wise, I think they make the play-in. Like, I think they squeeze in at 10, because every team below them, I don't think is talented enough, or I just don't believe in. So, for 13, 14, and 15, honestly, it's kind of a crapshoot, but I'm gonna go for. I think I would put the Jazz at 13. I would put the Spurs at 14 and the Blazers at 15.
Yeah, it's really just between the Jazz and the Spurs. I already.
Yeah. You're read my mind, but yeah. Again, I think the Rockets are good. I think they'll be competing. They'll be competing for a playing spot. They'll be kind of in and out, but I do think New Orleans will be able to at least secure that. It'll be like a last couple weeks of the season kind of thing. But I think the Rockets are good, man. Like, Udoka has him playing defense. He has him like, he's running like a good amount of offense through like Shingun. I don't know. I think they're yeah. I think like the Rockets are good, man. The Clippers, I just don't know if I don't know, like, if they'll
Having the
get
Clippers
it
at 12
together.
is crazy, bro.
Dude, like, I don't know what their offense is gonna look like. I don't know what, like, I feel like Harden generally thrives in. He's either thrived in a 5-out offense, but that's when he had his burst. That's when he had, his first step. Or if he's had, a good pick and roll partner. So he used to have Capella, so he was able to like navigate through the lane. He had like the lob threat, or he can like, play like that mid-range game with like the floater. He doesn't have that really anymore. Like, he actually struggles to like score in like that mid-range game now. And he doesn't really have a lob threat. I guess he has like Zubac kind of, but I don't know how.
Zubac and Plumlee are pretty good off the pick and roll though. From what I've seen,
they are, but I don't think. I don't think
he's talking about a vertical presence though.
I don't think he's gonna be very vertical. Yeah, like I think Zubac and Plumlee set good screens. I think they're good screen setters for sure.
So like Claxton isn't like a crazy good roller, but because he had a vertical presence, when people would like pay more attention to James Harden could just throw it up into that general vicinity, and Claxton could just go and get it.
And I don't think they have like the best guys for like, attacking, like if he wants to play in, like if they want to play like a spread offense, like I don't think they have the best guys who are, to attack closeouts. Kawhi can attack a closeout, but I think
Paul George and Russ is, I think
PG and Russ are good options, but even Russ, like I don't think Russ's offense is very consistent, and I don't know how often those four will be on the court together, if very often. But I don't know, man. In general, I would need to see more because this is a whole new team, and I just don't. Hey, bro, like we've seen like these kind of like late super teams form, and they never really turn out that well. So that's just my
they don't fall to like the 12th seed. I feel like their floor is like a 10th seed.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, dude. Like, tell me why the Clippers should be like
the
above.
Clippers should be at least 9 or 10 because they have like 7-8 guys that are like bona fide starters, like that are just, and then you have a 4 leading quartet of guys that are just like, I mean, they're kind of similar in their play, but I think it's enough for them to be better than the Grizzlies or better than the Rockets or better, like, to me it's just crazy. I have them at 12 is a little crazy, but
hey man,
I think they're better than the Kings.
They're not making the playoffs. They're not making the playoffs. I just don't know if they have like a very versatile team. No, they're not. They're 12th. I don't think they're gonna make the play-in.
Oh wow.
Like,
okay.
I don't think they have a very versatile team. Like,
would you bet on it?
I would.
Okay.
I would. I would. And that's actually what I was thinking about. I was like, I wonder what the odds are on that. Let me check real quick.
Nah, the odds are definitely saying that they're gonna make the play-in at least. There's no way.
They have to make at least a play-in.
Yeah. Oh, and you got to keep in mind the odds do be sucking off superstars or old superstars. They had the Lakers after getting Russ, like winning the West. Remember, nobody believed that.
No. That means we got some pretty good odds, some pretty favorable odds of them not making the playoffs.
Yeah. So are you gonna bet against them?
The odds are not very good for the Clippers to make the playoffs. I mean, this is playoffs, not play-in.
Yeah, but I was saying play-in.
But for playoffs, I mean, they're only minus 180 to get in, which is like roughly like,
is that like
7% maybe?
Yeah, but how many people are ahead of them?
How many
there's
people
no way. There's no way. There's 10, 11 teams above the Clippers.
No, there's only like 6.
All right. I'll go down the list. All right. Okay. So we got the Lakers at minus 300. We got the Suns at minus 700. I don't even know why I tried to check the Blazers. Obviously they're not gonna. The Blazers, hey man, plus 2,200 if you like those odds. The Thunder minus 265, so they're also over. So that's 3 teams that's over. The Wolves minus 460, they're over. The Rockets plus 350. I don't know why I checked.
Yeah.
The Warriors minus 650. The Mavericks minus 460. They have like already 6 teams that are over them. Like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, 16.
I said 6 or 7.
You have 10, 11.
Hold on.
I said 6 or 7. You think
I had them
New Orleans and the
9,
Kings,
which I think is fair.
New Orleans
9
and the
makes
Kings
sense.
are the only one. Yeah, I think I had them at 9
Oh,
or
yeah,
10.
You had them a little higher.
Denver's
like 7.
over. Denver's over, of course. Let me check Sacramento. Oh, I can't check Sacramento because they're playing right now.
Oh yeah, I had them at 8. No, is that 8?
You had them at 7, I think.
No, because I put New Orleans Pelicans over them. I fixed that. So I had them at 8. I had the Clippers at 8. Is that my list?
Yeah.
Oh no, I wasn't looking at my list.
I mean, for the most part, I think we have pretty similar lists. I think
Yeah.
OKC.
I think if
OKC
we
at 3
reset
is
it all. Denver for sure is up there.
yeah.
For everybody had the Timberwolves within their top 3, so Timberwolves I'm gonna put 2 based off of that. With after that, I had Suns
me and
2. Yeah, Owen was a lot lower on the Suns than me and you. I had Suns 2, you had Suns 4. I had Lakers 5th.
I think
You guys had Lakers a lot higher, I believe. Yeah.
you had
Owen
Lakers. No, you had Lakers. You had Lakers 4, right? You went Denver,
I
Minnesota.
put OKC
you
over.
went
I put
Denver.
OKC over. Denver,
Lakers?
Suns.
I put the Lakers at 4.
Yeah, I have Denver, Suns, Timberwolves. I can pull this up so you guys can see it too. Denver, Suns, Timberwolves, OKC, Los Angeles Lakers, Dallas, Golden State Warriors, New Orleans Pelicans, Los Angeles Clippers, Kings, San Antonio, Houston, Utah, Portland. Joel has Denver, Timberwolves, Lakers, Suns, Dallas, OKC, Golden State Warriors, New Orleans Pelicans, Los Angeles Clippers, Houston Rockets, Kings, Memphis Grizzlies, Suns, Utah, Portland. Owen has Denver, Memphis, OKC, Los Angeles Lakers, Suns, Mavericks, Kings, Golden State Warriors, Memphis, New Orleans Pelicans, and Clippers is under there.
Yeah. I don't know. I think my OKC pick is kind of big brain. I don't know.
I mean, you only have them one up over me. Joel has. I won't lie. We kind of have Lakers, Suns, OKC, and Dallas kind of within the same area for everybody. I want to say.
I think Joe had OKC like 6. I think.
Yeah. He put OKC the lowest.
You put
6.
1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4, 5, 6. Yeah.
Yeah. 6.
Honestly, bro, I'm kind of low on the Warriors. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm definitely low on the Warriors. The Warriors isn't
Yeah.
even within the top.
I had them at 8, like 8 or
Yeah.
something.
Oh yeah. I'm talking about what should be 3 right now.
I think 3 we can agree is probably Phoenix because I had
Yeah.
OKC low.
Yeah, I think.
It's probably
Well,
Phoenix.
Owen had the Suns where you had OKC.
It's probably LA then. So it's probably Lakers, Phoenix, OKC,
Yeah.
and then Dallas.
I had.
I think
I
we
had
can all agree
Lakers.
There's gonna be one team we can
Lakers
agree
is
on.
there. Yeah, Lakers is the one that makes the most sense based off where everybody has. And
Yeah.
then
Yeah, Lakers, and then OKC, and then Dallas probably.
it might be Suns, OKC, Dallas.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Phoenix.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah. Suns.
Phoenix, OKC, and then Dallas.
Yep. All right.
Hey,
Now
bro.
I'll get into
Teams
7.
are currently whooping the Cavs. want to say, Joe, it's not too late, bro. It's not too late.
I mean, we're about to start getting to
I'm
where
sorry.
their territory is. We're about
I'm
to start
sorry,
getting
I'm
to
sorry.
that Kings territory.
Oh, bro.
All right,
Nana, where did you have the Kings?
I had them at 10.
Sheesh.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Y'all
Makes
both
sense.
low, bro. Y'all both sleeping.
All right, so I
Makes
have
sense. I
Golden
think-
State 7, New Orleans 8th, Clippers 9th, and Kings 10th. My fault, Joel. What were you about to say?
Yeah. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, and then Joel had Warriors 7 as well, then New Orleans Pelicans and Clippers, and then Houston Rockets
Yeah.
going in. All right, and then for Owen, he had Kings, Golden State Warriors, Memphis Grizzlies, and New Orleans Pelicans. Them Memphis Grizzlies are ruining your average, Owen. Are ruining our average. I won't lie. Same with
Hey,
your
man.
Clippers pick on the low, but Jesus.
I'm one of the wise guys, bro. I can see the future.
No, I think we kind of generally see Golden State being like one of those top 2 playing teams,
I
right?
definitely think
So
they're
I
either
think-
7 or 8.
Yeah,
Right. So I think we can have them there.
yeah, 7. We can
And
put them
then-
at 7. We all kind of agree there. Owen is
And then we all had New Orleans like right there next.
I don't. Yeah, I guess because you were super low on the Kings. So yeah. Well,
Yeah.
yeah. 'Cause I feel
It'd
like
probably be New Orleans.
And then
Yeah, and then Sacramento,
Clippers
I
or
wanna
Kings
say.
is really, I would argue.
Yeah, Clippers are. Yeah, because you
Clippers
had
or Kings.
Clippers 8, right, Nana?
I had
9?
Clippers 9, I believe.
9. I had them 9, I think, as well.
Owen was the only one that had them outside at the 12.
I say
Yeah.
put Sacramento at 9 just because I think that's the highest any of us rated them. Like they're the ones that got the highest rating because he had them at 7, right?
I think
I had
that's
them
7.
at 10.
That's what I'm saying.
Owen had them at 7. You had them at.
Like our average with the Clippers might be slightly higher, but I think Sacramento had the highest of the rankings.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Y'all sleep
And
on
then
the Kings, man.
I think where did you have Memphis? Because I think I had Memphis next. Anyways, I had them at 11.
I had Houston at 10, like in the plan.
Oh, you had Houston in the play. Yeah, you guys are both higher on Houston than I am. Owen is as high on Memphis, or is higher on Memphis than me. I would say Memphis, Houston, San Antonio.
Yeah.
Utah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think Kings, like,
That's what it's
they're
looking like based on our averages.
Kings are 4-4, but like they were missing Fox for a couple games, so they lost the Rockets back to back. If they even split that, they're looking at 5-3. They're about to go win this Cavs game right now. They're gonna be like, I'm just saying, man, don't let these early records fool you. Like, come on,
My
Joe.
thing is, I had that take before the season started. I had them maybe 10th
Yeah.
when we did it, the standings. So I put them at 11 this time. Same thing.
I had them within the play-in or playoffs, actually, within the top 6 at first. I was higher than I would ever be on the
It
Kings.
is a young man's league, It is.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Maybe, yeah. I think maybe they do get a high seed because of, like, attrition, solely on attrition. But I don't see them winning like another playoff series like they did last year. But
Bro, their offense is gonna be legit. Their offense is gonna be really good. Like, I think
I
they
think
hung
their
like
playoff seeding just
they
matters.
hung like I think like 110 on the Clippers in like 3 quarters, like pretty recently. Like their offense is legit. And
no, their offense can be very explosive, but I don't think it's gonna be last year type of offense. And I haven't really seen their defense take the strides
Yeah,
to
their
make me think
defense is
that they're gonna be. Yeah, to make you think they're gonna be that good. Like, I don't think they're a top half defensive team in the league. So for me, I think their offense regresses, their defense maybe takes a slight step. I think overall that drops them in the standings. That's just my take, though. But
Yeah, and they were keeping. Yeah, I won't lie, keeping in mind that De'Aaron Fox is literally like the league leader in like terms of like clutchness and all that.
yeah, they were in a lot of close games last year. He had to, and it's not to say he's not a good player. I think he is good, but how consistent can we trust him to be clutch, so to speak, down
I mean,
games? But
I think
especially after only 1 year.
if you want to be a bit low on the Kings, I think that's fine. But I would say like putting the Clippers over them, I think is just like a big mistake for sure. Like I think the Kings would whoop the Clippers.
well, we got him at 9 here, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
my argument for the Clippers is really just like how committed are they to winning? Because
Honestly,
if they're committed to winning, I can make lineups where they'll work. I don't have issues with that. But if they're not, then that's it.
Yeah, I would say I think this list is pretty good. I would probably put Sacramento over New Orleans, but overall, it looks solid. Looks solid.
That's what I'm saying.
But yeah,
All right,
pretty good list. Not bad.
let's.
That was the Just Talking Podcast.